What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of From My Experience podcast. I'm your host, Rob. I got Biff with me.
Hi
Uh,
guys.
we have a lot to talk about. Obviously, the first thing that is on our hearts and our minds is the passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi and the other passengers that were on that helicopter this past Sunday.
It was Kobe GG, another Coach A. I don't want to pronounce his last name incorrectly. His wife, his young daughter, assistant coach for the Mamba Academy, the pilot, of course, and I believe it was another young player and her mother on the helicopter as well. So all our thoughts and prayers, our love and might go to everyone affected by this tragedy. This is what we call, I just seen it on Twitter. I have to look it up. It's fictive something, but it's basically when you're not related, but you feel as a whole, you feel affected by something. And as a community, as the Black community, we are affected. We lost a legend. There's just no way around it. That's exactly what we lost, and that was the MJ of our generation. And to a lot of young Black boys, he was the Mecca. He was what you wanted to be. And losing him was like losing a dad, a mentor, a friend, somebody to look up to that you could see in the flesh that's here and now. And to lose that is just, it hurts. It hurts. And just the way that he went, that's what hurts the most. And it sucks. And from what I'm reading, the pilot basically kind of went with, I know what I've been doing. I've been flying for this long versus what the air traffic controller was telling him what he should do in his automated system that was on the helicopter. But that's still unclear right now. I'm not sure if that was confirmed or not, but I did read that somewhere. And it's just tragedy from the top to the bottom. It hurts. It sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep it, closed up as much as I can. Keep my composure, but it hurt. I've cried a couple times. It hurts. It hurts.
The victims. Sorry. You have Gianna Altobelli, Keri Altobelli, and their daughter Alyssa. Sarah Chester, Payton Chester, Ara Zobayan, I believe, is how you pronounce that, and then Christina Mauser, and then also Kobe and Gianna. Those are all the victims. What Biff says is very true. When things like this happen, it reminds me of why I am the way I am as a person. Those of you who know me personally, why I'm so giving, why I'm so caring, why I'm so loving, is because you just never know. Nobody's invincible. You just never know when your day will come. And I always think about what impact am I going to make on the people's lives around me. I don't have to be Superman. I don't have to be a super duper millionaire. But what can I do to make someone's life better and easier, or things that I think about? I'm going to do a little more digging into my heritage because ever since I was younger, my mom actually told me that we're related to the Bryants somewhere down the line. I've never met any of them. But I do have family from the Philadelphia area. So I'm actually more curious. I should have did some looking beforehand, but I'm like, it kind of sparked that because I'm like, wow, I need to look into that more. His impact will never be forgotten. What I've learned from him is just to live life, enjoy life. He did everything he did to the absolute maximum. Like, that guy, he attacked any and everything to the absolute maximum. There's a lot of Kobe quotes floating around out there. I advise y'all to stop and read quite a few of them. I advise y'all to go and listen to some of the interviews that he has done. Just the way that he spoke life into other people and just talked about enjoying life, taking it one day at a time, putting one foot in front of the other and smile. Something to that effect. You know, you can make it through anything, which is very, very, very true. That's something I took from that. We definitely lost a pillar in the black community, in my opinion. You have to understand, people like Kobe are role models. He's like a father figure to kids out there who have no fathers. He was literally the only reason I watch basketball. I'm not a big sports person. Yes, I love the Eagles, and I like the Sixers because of Allen Iverson, and I like the Lakers because of Kobe Bryant. And
But you
when
know the thing about Kobe, even if you wasn't a Kobe fan, you had to give Kobe respect.
you had to, yeah, he commanded
Like
it.
I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't become a Kobe fan until maybe late into his career because I was so thrown off by his arrogance. But when you understand the work ethic behind it, I started bragging like that too. Like, but I didn't understand at the time because I was younger. Because I grew up with Kobe. That's the thing. I grew up with him, and then now it was like, oh man, I'm glad I got to give him his flowers before he passed tragically. But it's like, whew, it's just
Yeah,
if you see the behind the scenes videos, his work ethic, how hard this man tries and how hard he wants to be involved, and then now it's coming out how much behind the scenes work he does as far as community work. You guys, that was amazing.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
he donated so much money and started so much initiatives and had his hand in so many initiatives for little black kids and little Latin kids and little kids of color and at-risk kids to get ahead. Like, basically, you can kind of think of what LeBron was doing on the East Coast. He was doing it over there on the West Coast. So they're like modeling after each other. If you notice that big brother, little brother thing, they're modeling after each other. And they're trying to build it. Kobe was trying to build the community up. And like everybody's like, oh, he's in Calabasas, and all that stuff. Yeah, he lived there because he could afford it. I'd be there too if I could afford it.
right.
But I gave back to where I was from. I gave back to those kids that needs help. I donated. You know what I'm saying? And it's like he did that without having to be on ESPN saying, "Hey, look at me. I'm donating this," or "Hey, NBA, come follow me with cameras. I'm doing this." Like, it was so much behind the scenes, and it just made me even more proud. Even though I hate to hear it post-mortem, but it's just he was an amazing man, and you cannot take that from him. It's just this. Oh God, it's just.
Yeah.
It's like we lost a good one, y'all. We lost a good one. Like, I'm so happy I got to witness it during my lifetime. Like, staying up till 1:00 betting against my other teammates whether they were gonna beat the Kings in the Western Conference Finals. Like. Stuff like that, like stuff you'll always remember, or getting that ring after Shaq left when him and Shaq stayed into it. You ain't gonna get no ring, and he proved him wrong, but Shaq proved him wrong too because they both got one without each other. So it's like, and then to see them come back together and love on each other, and that was my favorite part. Any beef that Kobe had with anybody, it was all resolved by the time that he passed, that we know of, and that was beautiful because I've not seen anything negative except for certain shit, but I've not seen anything negative, and no naysaying on nothing in this man's death. Like, people are very shocked, very upset, so it's just genuine. Rest in peace to all of those that lost their life tragically.
Yes, and all y'all take a moment, if you are a praying person, pray for his wife Vanessa and his other children that left behind. There's 3 other daughters.
Yeah.
Natalia,
Capri, and the baby, Coco. I'm not sure what her name is. I follow Vanessa on Instagram. She locked down her Instagram. She made it private.
Oh yeah, I could imagine, because I mean,
yeah, because then that's another thing. I mean, well, not to leave Kobe out, but y'all, can y'all have some damn respect? Like, right. I just went to go look at her last post just to see what she said, and here come Tamar Braxton ass with heartbreaks up under there. Girl, it's a picture of she took a picture of some random shit talking about, hey, it's like a little happy pose. Don't do no ignorant shit like that, y'all. Yes, I understand it's heartbreaking, but if you don't know her personally, you could have sent her a DM. Don't do it under her pictures.
Yeah, people are society's just different. You just threw a stone into the ocean. Like, that's never gonna stop. I think people only realize how to handle things like this and how to basically address things like this when it happens to them, because what you really want, you need a minute. You know what I'm saying? When I lost my father, I needed a minute. When I lost my grandmother, I needed a minute. I couldn't imagine everywhere I turn, y'all are, posting pictures or sending, you're reminding me of it every 10 seconds. I haven't had a chance to breathe yet. And that's why I've chilled. Like, I posted one picture because I was really hurt. Because I'm like, man, like, he literally made me watch basketball. Like, I bought NBA 2K only because he was on the front cover. I never even played the game. I just bought this limited edition because he was on the cover. I found some Kobe Bryant gold foil basketball cards on Groupon. I bought them because he was my favorite basketball player. Like, he impacted my life. So I was hurt, and I posted that. But then I chilled because I'm like, and then for her to find out, because they said the sheriff was pissed because, TMZ reported it. It's like, damn, you can't even let us, give them the decency to let us go, to her home and let her know what happened. Like, nobody wants social media to explode with the death of someone that close to them.
It's like, imagine if you just scrolling and all of a sudden your DMs just start fucking blowing up. Oh, what's going on? Rest in peace. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, y'all have to be more sensitive. That is not the best way to go about that. Yeah, right. And I mean, she just lost not only her husband, the love of her life, she lost her firstborn child.
No, that's her second. Natalia's the oldest.
Okay.
Yeah, Gianna's in the middle.
Okay. Yeah, so she lost a child and a husband in the same day, so I can't even...
But then my whole thing is, like, when TMZ first reported it, TMZ didn't say nothing about the baby. So imagine being Vanessa and you hear Kobe dead. If you know Kobe dead, guess who's automatically dead?
Right.
Your baby. And what a fucked up way to find out your husband and your baby is gone. And then, what really fucked me up, whoever is spreading that fake fucking video of that helicopter going into the mountain, first of all, that is just horrible karma for whoever's family that is, whoever that actually is, because that's not Kobe's helicopter. So you spreading the fake video and then you saying it's Kobe. Like, why would you want to inflict more trauma porn? Like, I don't get it. That just, y'all, I have never in my life, I just don't understand why they need to be the first to report something. I guess ratings and clicks matter, like money at the end of the day. It's really no respect. Because normally, most legitimate news sources would wait until it was confirmed by the coroner or the sheriff.
Mm-hmm.
And I can kind of guarantee everybody's lined up at the finish line and they was trying to wait who was going to say something first before I report anything. And then TMZ was like, shit, fuck it. Hey, da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
And then all hell just broke loose after that. And it was like, whatever you heard, let's just report it. And it was so much bad reporting just because everybody was trying to just be the first to say some shit.
Yep.
And that's what pissed me off even more. Y'all killed off Rick Fox and his daughter. God bless they soul that they're protecting now, because y'all done killed their asses off. Y'all done added people. Y'all done subtracted people. Y'all done took Kobe's other children and put them on the helicopter. You know what I'm saying? Y'all done put Vanessa on the helicopter. Like, y'all, will you just hold on a second? But it was too much chaos. And then finally the sheriff came out and said, gave details of what he expected. I mean, what happened and all that bad stuff. So it was just like, it was so much coming in and it was just so much bad journalism. It was just so much bad. And I was like, and that just goes to like show that journalism used to have some type of ethics or code. But
yeah, they worse than the damn internet.
I'm telling you, bro. I was like, they'll report some wrong shit and then go back. They'd rather report some wrong shit and go back and add an asterisk and say, oops, my bad. That didn't really happen. This is what really happened. They would rather do that shit instead of reporting the shit correctly the first time.
Trash.
It's very trash. Extremely trash. It's sad. I just pray for everybody. And then to even think, you know what I'm saying? Not just Vanessa, but it's like, what if you were the other couple's other children? You know what I'm saying? You hear Kobe Bryant dead, but it's like, shit, mom and dad said they were flying with Kobe with, such and such to the game today. So, it's like, you know what I'm saying? That just creates so much chaos. And I know they didn't tell them other families as soon as they told Kobe and them families.
No, because his name, hell, everybody knew about him first because it was the headline. And then the rest of the people were just sitting around feeling it. And then, I mean, one person posted, I just lost my wife and daughter in a helicopter crash. Please don't, please respect our peace right now. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't want to be flooded with all that stuff. And, that's overwhelming for anybody, y'all. Like, yes, a quote unquote celebrity is someone who's in the spotlight and there's people all around them and people always reaching out. That doesn't mean that they're used to everyone flooding them with about every little thing. Like, we've talked about this before. Could you imagine if your life was under a microscope and people were DMing you and messaging you and mailing you things 24/7 about every little scrupulous detail about your life? That would drive me crazy. So all I can say is I'm praying for the families. I'm praying for those victims. I'm not
affected.
Yeah, I'm not even. I'm kind of gonna be off media for a while, like, just because I don't want to hear the stories. I don't really care about the helicopter and all. Like, I really don't care. Like, it's over. It happened. You know what I'm saying? If something becomes of it, it becomes of it. I'm not gonna try to rationalize it or place blame. Like, it's over. Those people lost their lives. So, hopefully, those of you out there living life, I'm going to echo a message that a lot of people are saying, which you should do. It shouldn't take a tragedy like this to happen, but this is why people strive to live a different way. This is why small grudges, beefs, whatever you're holding against someone is let go, because what happens if that person is gone? You never have a chance to make amends. You never have a chance to apologize. What if means absolutely nothing. That's why I always do the best I can with all of my relationships, because I don't ever want to go to sleep at night and wake up the next day and things have changed, knowing that I missed out or I didn't do something, or I could have said, you know what I'm saying? I just could have did something. So I'm going to leave that at that. Biff, you got any more?
And if nobody told you they love you, I love you. Biff loves you.
What?
You are loved.
My love beat belongs to
Biff.
Right.
Don't Biff. What kind of love we talking about? Not that love. Not the romantical kind.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next topic. Biff, did you hear Diddy's speech to addressing the Grammys? I
heard bits and pieces. But if I had to compare speeches, I would say his was the equivalent of Tyler, the Creator's speech.
Yeah. Diddy basically said, Grammys, y'all got 365 days to get this right. Like, where's the diversity? Where is the diversity? And people have been really scrutinizing, because I don't pay attention to music awards, because it's just... Yeah, it's crazy. I was listening to Joe Budden podcast, and he was telling about when he got nominated for Pump It Up, and there's a committee, and if you perform at this Grammy party, it'll increase your chances. And when he found out how political it was, he was like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, you want me to kiss ass just so I can say that I'm Grammy award winning, which I guess it still holds weight when you were negotiating contracts or putting your name on something and you want to whatever with your career. But I'm like, when you look at the organization now, it is crumbling through sex scandals and lawsuits and lack of diversity. Black people we're taking our power back. Yeah. Like, we are moving the culture forward. Like Diddy said, your children do what we do. They're watching us. They're listening to us. And my thing is this, I wasn't at the Rock Nation brunch. I couldn't make it. But I feel like we have enough people in place the way we can start our own shit. Like, there's enough brilliant minds and financially capable brothers and sisters in the entertainment industry to start and create our own shit. If y'all don't want to be diverse, if y'all don't want to update your policies and y'all want to keep us in this bubble and keep doing things this way, who'd they have announcing names? They had somebody announcing names. She couldn't even get the names right. Like, it was awful, man. It was awful. DJ called him DJ Khalid, bruh.
Yeah, that was funny, Bill.
That was Cher?
That was Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, Ozzy Osbourne.
Expect some proper talking Brits to announce those names. Now, how they set that up was fucked up. Now, they knew she was going to, properize, if I don't even know if that's a word. Or make her shit very Queen English. Like, they knew it. It was cute because she was like, I like that song, but she was knowledgeable about them. That's what I also like.
Yo, man. Y'all need to have someone that represent us. Like even
But
Charlamagne was
then
like
also
LL Cool
like,
J was sitting right there. Like y'all, like you gotta. And this is not a race thing. You're talking about hip hop, and you got an old white lady.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
if she's white, I don't know if she's of another ethnicity, but really, really, like. But you know what? Ever since that Kevin Hart thing, they've been going down, bro.
yeah. But then, like Tyler said, bruh, just because I'm black, stop labeling shit urban. And I know what urban
Yeah,
means. That's just a nice way to say nigga.
it
All of us
is.
don't sound alike. She was like, some of us got a pop sound. Put us in the pop category.
Yep.
Lizzo, perfect example. She shouldn't weren't urban nothing. She should beat everybody ass in the pop category.
They don't want to put us
Like
there
she
because we'll
did.
dominate. We'll dominate. We own. We
What
own
Tyler
music.
didn't, like Tyler said, yeah, I went for a rap album, but I don't have a rap album. So
We'll
what the
dominate.
fuck?
That's what they're afraid. We'll dominate. We push the
Right.
culture forward to a point to where no one's talking about any other genre of music, and it's weird. I don't know where to go to listen to rock or really quote unquote pop. The only thing we don't have is really country, and Lil Nas X kicked that door down.
Right. And they screamed so hard that shit won country. It took to bring on a country singer to make a fucking song country. And the country singer didn't do nothing but sing a couple words. So what
Right.
changed about the song that all of a sudden made it so country?
So I'll end with this note on my part. If you're out there and you're an award show or you're part of an award show, writer, board member, whatever, we're coming. It's Shell. We ain't coming. We're here. We are here. When you turn on TV, you see us. You see our impact. You see the people we inspire. You see the black beauty all over the place. You see the black power all over the place. You see Tyler Perry opening up his own studio. We are here. So either you gonna open the door or we gonna build our own facilities, and we'll have the keys to that motherfucker. Cause that's what's gonna end up happening. It's a gradual transition, but if you look at how far we've come, it's gonna happen, and no one's gonna watch the other shit. No one's gonna watch. They're gonna engage in ours. So
yeah. But then it's like you still gotta support ours. But it's like BET tried, and at one point that was the mecca. But then it's like the white folks took them over, so then it was like, we gotta find something that mean a lot. But see, this just goes to show that Ari Lennox was fucking crazy when she lost her mind about not getting a Soul Train award. She wanted an award that mattered to her, and that's a black award. And y'all tried to laugh at that girl, but then y'all sitting here screaming this diversity shit at the Grammys.
Yep, gotta get
Stop
it right.
trying to call people. Exactly. I already know what the fuck going on. She won the Soul Train award. She should have got a Soul Train award. Y'all try to sit there and laugh at her, talking about it's just a Soul Train award, but now you sitting here boo-hoo crying because your favorite artist just keep beating out your own favorite artist because ain't no other category for them to go to currently.
Very true.
Right.
You can't tell somebody what means something to them. You know,
Right.
I give a fuck less about all of these awards, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I care
was
about the
not ready
artists.
for them Grammys.
But I understand. You know, you want to be recognized for your work. I would love to win a podcast award. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, would I cry over it? Probably not. But it depends. Now, if I'm voted on by my peers and by the actual fans, that means a lot more to me than a board. A board of people who may not even be in tune with what I'm doing.
And then that sitting there got you goddamn shucking and jiving and get some more votes and shit too at that. Like the fuck? Bro, either you gonna rock on my shit or you ain't.
Word. All right, y'all. We got 3 more topics.
We might get through all of them. We might not, you guys.
Nah, they're quick.
It's a heavy day. Okay.
They're quick, and they'll lighten the mood. Let's go ahead and talk about Meek Mill and Kenneth Petty. So those of you who don't know, that is you're. Biff, go ahead and introduce this story. I gotta put my meatloaf up. Can't lay my meat out.
Okay,
Pause.
we all know who Meek Mill used to date, and we all know who Kenneth Petty,
which makes the story even funnier.
Yeah, didn't they see each other? I don't know the full story. I just remember. Yeah, didn't they see each other? What, in the airport or is it in a store, a shopping store?
Oh, hold on, y'all. Let me Biff talk about something. Let me put my meatloaf up. It'll take 2 minutes.
Biff,
Entertain the people.
You brought the fucking story up.
Okay, I'll start. Okay, never mind. I'll just leave it out. So basically, Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj and Kenneth Petty, who is Nicki Minaj's husband, they all ended up in the same store at the same time, and words were exchanged. And Meek was trying to, from what I've heard, Meek was trying to squash whatever beef they may have had, but Kenneth was like, "Nah, keep that same energy." Now Meek was with 10 people. Apparently one of the parties was like, "Yo, we need to holla at each other in private." The other party was like, "Nah." I did. So here's the problem. Yo, there's this thing. There's a generational gap, okay? Kenneth Petty, he's older. He's 41. Meek Mill is like 31. So I'm leaning more towards Ken's side because I'm the on-site person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if you rap. You talking trash about me. When I see you, that's it. The problem is I heard some lyrics where he sneaked this, where Meek Mill sneaked this him, allegedly saying something about Nicki bringing this other nigga to the award show in bootcut jeans. Like, you talking about this man, right? And also you said some slick stuff about Nicki. Now, you have since grown and matured, but you never went back to address those things or say anything to those people. So those people still feel the same way about you because, yes, you may have grown and matured, but in their eyes you did them wrong or whatever. So now they're upset. So when we finally see each other, which is, you know, that was highly unlikely. That's interesting that those people ended up there. I had to scratch my head a little bit. I was like, set up? Nah, maybe not. So he wanted to fight Meek Mill, allegedly. Meek told him, "I'm a boss," allegedly. They didn't scrap. They got broken up. But
at this point, I don't see what would be the point. Like, Meek done moved on. He got his new dude Milano. They got a baby on the way. He done started initiatives and stuff after the whole Nipsey death, and like he done grew up. He done matured. He done moved on. Like, there's no point. Okay, yeah, I made a song 2 years ago, but you made a song too. So like, get over it. But then, I mean, I can understand Kenneth's side, but at the same time, I'm like, we all old. We get money. Like, when he said, "Let me holler at you," that's how I feel about it, yo. When I heard "Let me holler at you, man to man," that's when I felt like he could have been like, "All right, what's up?" Like, he could have squashed all that shit right there. Or if he would have been like, "Look, I ain't gonna fight you right here, but just know I'm gonna forever not like you." Like, I could have dealt with that. Like, that would have been cool. But to sit there and then make a scene and do all that, he was just doing that shit for Nicki.
I hope they squash it. I really just think it's idiotic unless you are a professional fighter to be in the streets fighting anybody when you're a multimillionaire. There's a lot there. I could think of a million things that you could do with your time that is much better than that. But how do you feel about that? Where are you in your life, Biff? Because me, I'm when stuff like that, which very seldom has happened in my life, I typically let it roll off my shoulder. I'm more so concerned when you're trying to assassinate my character or trying to stop my money from coming in or trying to cause harm to me or a loved one. Because
when it gets that far, then I'm like, okay, yeah. But as far as like keeping the beef, I heard what you said in that song 2 years ago. Like, I seen what you wrote on that Facebook post 2 years ago. I seen the subliminal post. Like, man, come on. Like, we too old for this shit. Like you said, we can, like, we older, man. Like, all this shit going on, I got too much shit to worry about other than what was said on the post or what was said a history time ago. Now, if it's some current shit, then yeah, I understand. But if you're sitting there asking me about some shit because it's just been sitting there and somebody needs you to do something about it, like, really?
Yeah, that's crazy. Y'all in the store that I probably can't even afford to walk into.
And y'all sitting there acting a motherfucking fool where they already didn't want to let y'all black asses in there to begin with. Just like some niggas. Ooh. I can't stand this shit, boy. That's one thing I motherfucking hate. Don't go nowhere in nobody else's establishment, especially them white folks, and act no damn fool.
Yo, you sound like a mother, yo.
It made me mad, bitch. Like, damn. All these racial discrimination suits and being followed and goddamn unjust. You know what I'm saying? Trying to say we stealing shit and not being accepted somewhere, and y'all want to come do this shit. Money or not.
Yeah. But, that's
waited till somebody came outside.
Nah, he's smarter than that. He was just him and Nicki. He said me had like 10 niggas with him. Hell no, I ain't taking that L.
How you gonna be like, nah, fuck that nigga, let's fight, and it's just you and your girl with no protection?
He told him 1-on-1. He asked for the 1-on-1.
Man, bruh.
But
Nobody
I
finna
hope that
waste
doesn't
that.
escalate because that dude he's no joke. Allegedly, so he's done things to people, and
You don't know
yeah,
who Meek know.
yeah. Of course, Meek has reached just because of who he is too and his connections with
Mm-hmm.
MMG. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I digress. Y'all grow up.
Philly is
Stop being
big
petty.
too, just like New York. Don't get it
Yeah,
twisted.
this is true. This is very true, and a lot of people's on Meek's side now that weren't before as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. Squash the beef. That's all we gotta say. Next, so we're gonna talk about two things that were posted in the Facebook group, and I'm gonna go with mine first because I'm selfish. The strength of forgiveness. So someone posted this is I gotta start prefacing better in the Facebook group too because people focus too much on the picture and not the situation. Like I be trying to get people to talk about the situation. The picture is just like an aid, like a chart, like a diagram.
They are shit.
They was killing this guy in the picture. I'm like, this might not even be a real guy. Like this is
Why
just
would
about
you even wear this to the wedding? Like,
right.
Bro,
I'm like, bro, that's not
this.
what that's not what I'm talking about. So basically, I think I stole this from Lil Duval. So it's a picture of a guy and a girl. Join the Facebook group from My Experience Podcast on Facebook. It says she cheated on him while they were together, got pregnant for someone else, yet he still loved her and ready to adopt the child as his own. So it's a picture of them together. He has on a shirt that says "A dad that's gonna step." So from the looks of the picture and that caption, she cheated on you, got pregnant, but she got pregnant by the other guy, but you still want her, so y'all stay together. And I said, fellas, would you be able to overcome her betrayal for love? Ladies, if the roles were reversed, how about you? And my sister Tracy, shout out to Tracy. She said something that's real. A lot of people basically were like, F out here, but she said women do it all the time. It's stupid, but they do it. So what's the big deal? That was very shocking to me. And I do think it's a bit different. I think it's different. It's shitty either way, whether the man does it or the woman does it. Because if a man does it, the woman is not, first of all, the baby is a constant reminder of what had happened. That's number one. But number two, if I cheat on my girl, I get another girl pregnant, at least my girl doesn't have to look at that every day. Like, I just have a baby mama on the side. It's there. And then you'll see my little man when I have my little man, or little girl when I have my little girl. But if she cheats on me and she gets pregnant, I decide to be with her, I'm with you for 9 months looking at you carry this baby. Like, it is with us all the time. That's what I think the difference is. Again, like I said, either way it goes, it's shitty. But I just think it's a little different from that perspective because it's like,
also, I think you feel a connection to that baby too, because it's like, okay, yeah. Even though it's not biologically mine, that's that nature, that's that that nurturing nature feeling. Like you just instinctually go into dad mode. That's somebody you with. I just hate how they set that picture up because that's definitely not that scenario. But
yeah, so it was just funny looking at
because I remember seeing that picture somewhere. That young lady's child's father actually passed away.
Oh.
And he was like the friend that turned into, I guess, lover, all that good stuff. But yeah, all that happened in the midst of her being pregnant, this, that, and the fourth.
Man, everyone just had. I don't even want to read. Somebody said it's supposed to be Viola and Fences. I ain't see Fences. Denzel cheated in Fences. Don't tell me.
Don't tell me either. I gotta watch it now.
Right? I think it's on Netflix.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's. I think I gotta agree with your sister, Biff. On both sides. I think it's more common than we think.
That's just
because now that we getting older, Biff, and it's like you starting to realize everybody mom and daddy ain't everybody mom and daddy.
Yeah, I could see. Yeah,
aunties, grandmas. That's not your daddy, but that's who raised me. Or no, that's not really my daddy, but I known him since I can blink. That's my daddy. Yeah. Stuff like that, like. It's a lot of that going on that I didn't realize. Like,
and I think that those are just. I think that love does exist. I just, I've been cheated on before, and I remember how I felt at the moment when I found out because of how much I give and how deep I was into that relationship and how deep I thought we were. I just felt so betrayed that I could not trust that person.
Mm-hmm.
And I just could not see myself looking at you pregnant and me wanting kids and you got pregnant by somebody else and you're going to keep this kid and then we try to be together and because if we're going to be together, that means, honestly, one, I have to forgive you. So that means I can't give you shit about it. So now I can't even talk shit. So, because when you mad at somebody, you want to talk shit sometimes. You want to be able to talk shit sometimes. But if you forgive someone, you shouldn't be talking shit. But there's levels to relationships, there's levels to feelings, and obviously there could be certain circumstances. Maybe you was cheating too. But like if you just straight up, I'm gonna speak for me. If you just straight up cheat on me knowing who I am and me being a good man that I am in a relationship, nah, we're done. We're done because I can't trust you.
Yeah.
And you let this nigga skeet in you. Maybe, possibly. And that's my other problem too. I be wanting to know tell me what happened. What time was it? What time was it?
You trying to traumatize
What time was
yourself.
it?
Why you need to traumatize yourself further? That's your damn problem.
I'll never do that again. No, you know what? No. You know what's funny, Biff? This is the funny part. This is the funny part. I'm gonna tell you why I do that.
Did you suck his dick?
No, listen, yo. Real shit, right? I'm gonna drop some game on y'all. I'm not going to go into details because I'm over it. But when you don't, and this doesn't apply to everyone, but this is just my thinking. When I don't ask for the details, you can give me whatever story you want. You can say what you want, and you can make it look not as bad as it probably was. And honestly, maybe that works because y'all can work through it and you'll forgive it easier. But when you get the fucking details, they can't bullshit you anymore. Like, when I got cheated on and I found out everything, I said, oh, nigga, you ain't give a fuck about me. Because I was kind of on the fence because I was in love. But when I found out what actually happened and I looked through a cell phone and saw text messages, I said, oh, no, you didn't give a fuck about me. That's what I needed. I needed it so I could truly move on. Because I had to say to myself, you know what? Even if you had second thoughts, remember what this person was like when you weren't around. And I got to see a different side of them I'd never seen before. Now, yes, it was traumatic and all that, but you know what? I got closure and I'm good. I don't have to wonder anymore. And I asked all the questions and I respect her for answering. But yeah, it was tough. Now, I don't recommend it for everyone. Like, it's not easy to hear.
And that's another thing. You do not need to have quote unquote closure from that person for you to have closure to get the fuck on. Sometimes you might not get the answers you want. You got to get
most of the time you're not gonna get the answers you want.
Yeah, most of the time you're not.
But I cheated. I looked through that cell phone so they couldn't lie. When they tried to lie, look, I looked through your phone, I saw the text messages. Just tell me what's up.
And that's how they drag you down.
Biff, I ain't never tell you that story. Anyway, yeah. That's another level of love, though. Moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen, don't have outside babies. Don't cheat. All right, now, this is a very good one right here. Biff posted a juicy tidbit. So.
Oh, the dude that the post came from, he did wind up commenting at the end. Actually, some of the questions that you had, he answered.
Yeah. She said, he posted, this is alleged, excuse me, my chest. Ooh. This is obviously from a woman. Dude just told me he trying to get at this woman that does hair, and her excuse for never going on a date is because she's always booked. I told him to book an appointment, and she ain't got no choice but to chill with you. What y'all think? So a lot of people agreed. Tommy, shout out to Tommy. Tommy said she might not want to go for real. Even the most booked and busy people make time for what they want. I believe that is true. Shout out to Fiera. She said, I'd be so annoyed with the guy for using my profession as an opportunity to hit on me, and also with myself for making up the excuse to begin with instead of just being honest about not being interested. So some people seem to think that he's not interested. A couple of guys, David and David both said no, they wouldn't do that. Yeah, a lot of people saying they
Portia
wouldn't do
actually
it.
agreed that she liked it because
Yep.
she's like a woman with a child, 2 jobs, and an active LLC. This is kind of energy that I appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
If he can't come to if she can't come to him, then he can go to her. That is, of course, if she really is interested. A lot of people don't actually know what booked and busy feels like, so they swear people make time for what they want. But bills don't stop coming in because I want a break. He should make sure he pays for his services though. And I was like, that was a
Oh
good
yeah, if you
point. But
book an
then
appointment, nigga, you paying for some micros.
yeah, but even the guy originally, he said he did leave out that she
Yep.
has a son and that he works. The guy who's interested works at night. So basically, when she be getting off, he be going in. So there's some like
He
time,
works at night. He said that.
It says it's at the end, Bill. I
Hold
said he
up.
came in and
I read
made a
that.
correction.
He works
Yeah,
at. Okay, my nigga.
he works at
Number
night. So
I'm gonna let you go first.
I can definitely see. Yeah, that's the only way I'm gonna get some time with her. I can also see the other side. Like, she's really interested. She might have been like, "Yeah, we could do lunch," or "Yeah, you can come up here and bring me lunch or some shit." So I don't know. I get both. Like I said, I can appreciate it. That's appreciative. I wouldn't do it all the time. With somebody you think you genuinely have a connection with, you just keep missing out on because y'all actually are on two different schedules. Like if it's always a constant, dang, I keep missing you. Dang, I keep missing you. Or something like that. But it's like I really want to see you. I really want to see you. Then yeah, go ahead, book yourself a visit. Then I can see that. But if it's somebody's like, oh, I keep missing you, that's what's up. Don't go book a service because then they're gonna be even more annoyed. Girl, you know that crazy motherfucker booked the service that came up here, or girl, he kept booking the service and I kept canceling it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's weird. But I guess it all depends on your chemistry when you first met that person.
I agree with you, Biff. Here's the bigger picture here. All of you need to consider this. Most of us, I ain't gonna say most of us. Some of us know what we want from another person in a relationship. Like I know what I want from a woman. I know what I need from a woman. A lot of those things are alike. Some of those things are. Some of those things will be on both lists, and some things will only be on one list. But I know what I want and what I need from a woman. Time is number one. Time when I want to de-stress, when I want to relax, when I want to have sex, when I want to laugh, when I want to chill. I need you to make time for me. Like I told my girlfriend now, like even before I moved up here, yo, I need you to make time for me. We're both moving to new places. We're doing a lot of shit. But I was like, you have to make time for me. Because my issue in the past was chicks giving me just enough play to make me I was putting in 90% effort. They're putting in 10% effort. I was always meeting them 3/4 of the way instead of them meeting me half the way. And I realized they're not making time for me. They're just adjusting their schedule to fit me in. There's a difference. You know what I'm saying? And bruh, if you're really interested in this woman, you're going to have to think about when and how she's going to when are y'all going to have time for each other? Like, if she's always booked and busy during the day, you're sleeping because you work at night. So when are y'all really going to have time to connect and chill? And she has a child. So when are y'all going to really have time to connect and chill? And furthermore, is that the type of relationship that you want? That's the bigger question. Will a woman like that be able to provide you with what you want and need? And it might not be right now. And I'm not saying that it's impossible, but that is something that you have to consider going into a relationship, because I hate when people get in these relationships looking at someone's life, knowing what it is, and expecting them to change overnight and giving them shit about it. That's why people like that, they get so busy. They're like, look, you're going to be like the last one. They say, oh, you fine. I want to get to know you. I like that you work hard. But then when you in it and realize you see her once a week, twice a week, for maybe a couple hours, and it gets annoying, and as soon as you hit her with that, babe, you can cut back a little bit, you work too much, that's a huge turn off. Cause like, yo,
Yeah.
you knew what time it was.
Yeah, but then also either that could be a way to either get you started on your journey to pick up where you going. Like, hey, you need to find some goals and get some ambition too. Or you might even join her on journey. Or she might be near the end of her journey where she got her process almost figured out, where she got other people running her shit. But it's just a matter of timing. Like, you never know where you hit her at in the journey. Or she might even appreciate your ass even more and take you along for the ride because you was there from the beginning. I'm going to make sure the wheels fall off this bitch like...
Biff hit the nail on the head, and all that takes is communication, y'all.
Right. Is that what you like? But like Biff said, is that what you looking for? Is that okay? Are you okay dating a single mom? Are you okay dating
Yep.
a busy single mom? Are you okay? You know what I'm saying? Is that not what you want? And what are you looking for? Where do you need to go? What do you need to do? Like,
I'm gonna tell you this: it's not the worst idea to book that appointment, and pay for it, obviously, but you gotta make the most out of that shit. Like, that needs to be a great date with a lot of good, excellent conversations. You got to get right to it, unless you want to do it again and again, and you paying for these appointments. Because obviously, being a single mom, I'm assuming all she does is hair or whatever. What was it, hair?
it must be. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So yeah, it does hair, and so that's a very tiring thing too. Yeah, you just better take full advantage of that situation. It's not impossible, but you better think about it. It's different jumping into it versus your relationship transitioning into it. But that's it, Biff. We made it through the show.
Woo!
We made it through the show. Just had to exhale real quick, y'all.
Yeah, please. Mental health. Please take a moment to decompress. Turn your phone off, not necessarily off, but put your phones, iPads, computers, tablets away for a second and breathe. Take a minute to yourself. Make sure you're okay, and then make sure somebody that you love is okay. Even if it's a, hey, are you doing okay? Just make sure you check on somebody today.
And then when you pick your phone back up, go to Instagram, the FME_podcast, and follow us, and tell your friends to follow us. And then go to Facebook and put in From My Experience Podcast and join the Facebook group. And if you have questions or concerns or a topic you want to discuss, you want to come on the show and talk about something, or you have a situation going on in your life and you want some advice, hit us up, From My Experience Podcast at gmail.com or FMEpodcast1 at gmail.com. We have a couple of guests booked. We're trying to get the scheduling down packed, but we have some great interviews coming for y'all. I'm super duper excited, and the podcast is continuing to do great things, and I'm learning some new things that we're going to bring to the table for you all. And I'm super excited because it is only January, and I see so many more things ahead of us, and we get to share it with all of you. Thank you to all my friends who are liking and commenting and engaging on the post in the group. I really appreciate it. We're trying to cut down on the doofy ass bullshit posts and put some real situations in there that will make y'all think, because that's what it's all about. It's about sharing our experiences. And we want to talk about real situations. Like, the stuff we're talking about is real stuff that can happen to any one of us. And it's kind of like, damn, what would I do? Or what do I think? We love getting other people's perspectives. We're not going to talk about, giraffes going bald and then moving to New Mexico. Like, we're cutting down on that. Alex. We're cutting down on the propaganda stuff.
Man has a baby with 500 women in 1 year.
Yo, hold on, yo. That one guy, how many kids did he have?
I don't motherfucking know.
Hold
This is not real.
Yeah. It was old. No, that was real. It was old. That dude had like 25 kids. It was ridiculous. And like 6 baby mamas. Oh my God, yo. You have no paycheck. Like, you cannot have a paycheck.
And also, I want to let the people know, I don't know if they're familiar or not. There's this rumor that goes around that says if you have 10 kids, you don't have to pay child support. That's a motherfucking lie.
What?
Them 10 kids just gonna get $3.33 each. You gonna get that shit's gonna get docked out your out your check. So keep on thinking, if you heard it make 10, it's gonna stop. All right.
That makes it. First of all, that's 10 cars. Well, that's 10 cars I gotta help people buy. That's 10 kids who may potentially go to college. 10 graduations from high school. 10 birthdays a year. If I'm an active parent.
Holidays?
Father, don't get me. No, we only.
That don't include games.
No, I'm gonna put the holidays in the box. No, I'm putting the holidays in the box. You draw whatever holiday you get. Daddy, I got National Cheeseburger Day. Oh well, don't ask me for nothing at Christmas.
Oh.
Yo, could you imagine having 10 kids and then you get them each 3 Christmas gifts? No one's ever gonna get what they want.
Not from you anyway.
Not from you, of course not. Oh my! I don't even want to think about that. Oof.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We out of here.
All right, guys. We will catch you next week. So stay you, stay down, stay black, and stay proud. We'll see you next week. Show somebody some love, send some light. Peace.
Peace.